We know that content and messaging and products and advertising that's targeted performs better because it speaks to someone, it speaks to an individual. Now, a lot of times when I speak with entrepreneurs and even nonprofit organizations, they like to think that anyone can buy their product or anyone can donate to their cause. And while that's probably the case, and you want to be optimistic and believe that of course everyone can get it, everyone can be a supporter, you can't speak to everyone at once. And if you speak to everyone, you're actually speaking to no one, because you're not targeting anyone specifically where it's going to really drive that message home and relate with them and create action or an incentive for them to take action. So we talk about demographics all the time, right? A lot of times you could be asked to identify what's the age of your customer or your buyer or your donor. What's the age of your audience? What gender are they? What background are they from? What area do they live in? And a lot of times those questions, especially in the earlier stages or in a more established organization that doesn't have any data on their customers, a lot of times the answers are all over the place or you're not able to pinpoint them. But what you can do instead, what I recommend looking into instead, is the type of person, the type of buyer, the type of user from an audience standpoint based on psychographics, their behaviors, the way they think, how they make decisions, this type of individual in this type of situation, and not necessarily a person of a certain background, of a certain age, of a certain gender, in a certain city. And so when you open it up to psychographics and behaviors of your typical buyers and supporters, then you can really start to target more closely based on how it fits into their day-to-day lives and how your messaging and your solution and your product and your offering can be a better alignment with them. Not just because they're a 32-year-old white cisgendered male living downtown Toronto.